I am from the mountain, the area where Raila Odinga is really hated and loathed, and every ugly thing you can think about. I am not among the people that hate him, the people that loathe him. I would not say right now that I'm among the people that love him, but I still have some respect for that man because that man has done a lot for this country. I remember that man since I was a child. He was fighting for the democracy of this country. He was fighting for the second liberation. And he fought. He was imprisoned and all those things. Some of us who are older know the struggle this man has been through. I think he's the longest, he has served the longest imprisonment, political imprisonment. Being jailed for nothing, just because your politics are opposed to the government of the day. And something happened in 1990s, around between 1997 and 2002. I don't remember the exact year. Raila Odinga joined KANU, the party of the same man that had oppressed him. Now, anyone who had a brain knew Raila is up to something because there is no way Raila was going to join Moi. And it was true. Raila was looking to find a way into leadership through the back door in KANU, and when it wouldn't work, Raila moved away with a chunk of KANU. And that, I believe, led us to rubber stamping the win by Kibaki. I believe Kibaki, it was Kibaki, Kijana wa Malwa, and Gilu. I believe in the Rainbow Coalition, in the Rainbow Party. I think it was called the Rainbow Party. They had a chance, a huge chance of winning the votes. But there was still the chance of Moi stealing, because the numbers, the difference would be very small. And Uhuru, who was being fronted by Moi, would have won. But then, when Raila came with his numbers, it was now evident that Kibaki was going to win, and there was no way Moi was going to rig all those. The numbers were so big, the difference was so huge. That is why I believe if we can come out and vote, I believe, even if the president wants to steal, I think we can do something. Okay, so that one I understood. Then they had a gentleman's agreement with Kibaki. Kibaki breached that agreement. It was unfortunate and sad, but I feel he breached it, and it was not okay. It was not okay. I still voted for Kibaki even after the breach, but for another reason. Let me just say it. It was purely tribalism. Not because I am tribal, but because I think Kenya is tribal. And especially Raila's followers. Because even if you wanted to vote for Raila then, they pushed you away. I was literally pushed. I was for Raila because I have always had a soft spot for Raila. And I was literally pushed away. Because everywhere you went, people used to tell you, it is not Kibaki we don't want, it is Kikuyu we don't want. So at the end of the day, you have to revert back to your tribal cocoon, which I think is sad, because I never thought that, especially educated people, because by then I was at Egerton University, I never thought people that have gone to school that far could be tribal. I never thought that, because in school we are being taught that one of the ways of fighting tribalism is through education. So I thought we are educated, we cannot be tribal. But man, I was wrong. So that time I would have voted for Raila Odinga, but tribalism pushed me away. So then came the post-election violence, and Raila Odinga joined Kibaki in government through a power-sharing deal that was negotiated for the sake of peace. And Raila took the deal. I actually see his move as a statesman's move, because Raila had won the elections. Truth be told, it may not be what the records say, but that is the truth. Raila had won the elections, but he decided for the sake of the country, let me take what I can take so that there can be peace in this country, it can be governable. And Raila joins the government. And we go on into Uhuru's government. There was the first term. They did very well. And I think they won. It was unfortunate they did. I'm talking about Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. This time again, I would have voted for Raila, but unfortunately, I did not have a voter's card. I would have voted for Raila. Still, my soft spot for him was still there. Now, we failed. Raila Odinga failed. This time, it was genuine. He lost. He lost square. Then there was the second term. The second term, I believe Raila Odinga won. But this time again, I did not vote for him. Not because I was tribal, not because I hated him, but just because I think I liked Uhuru's way of governance. As a person, I think I liked it. I could have been naive, I could have been foolish to some extent, but I think I liked his style of leadership. So the second time I didn't vote for Raila Odinga. But again, like in 2007, I would say, I think we lost. And they just ripped the victory out of his hands. And Raila was angry and his people were angry and they were doing all sorts of things and the country was ungovernable. And then out of nowhere, we hear there is a handshake. I understand that handshake. And again, I read it as a statesmanship. And me, I have always been against people that say, oh, Raila anapenda kupiga kelele, anapenda kufanya nini. Please. Imagine this small car of mine. Somebody comes, steal this car. He's still in the same village I am in. And he is driving it around. And I'm seeing him in my car and I'm saying, this is my car. Somebody stole my car. This is my car. And people are telling me, keep quiet. You like making noise. No, I don't like making noise. I'm just stating facts. Somebody stole my car. I can see my car. They're driving it around. How do you want me to be silent? It is not possible. And I think that is the thing Raila goes through. You know you should be president. You want this thing. And then you're complaining. And people are saying you are complaining. You love complaining. No, you don't love complaining. You're just stating facts. I think so. So again, I think it was a statesman's move. But now, come 2000, this is the last election, 2022. And as weird as it seems, Ruto wins. I have very high doubts about how Ruto wins. This time I voted for Raila Odinga. This time I was very serious and I knew he would win. Unfortunately, Ruto won. I don't think he won personally. I think somebody somewhere interfered with this thing. In America, somebody somewhere interfered with this thing. It was not Nini. Now, after some time, there was a little bit of chaos here and there. Then Raila joins Ruto. The worst of all governments since Moi, Raila joins it. And not only that, Raila is vehemently defending this government, even in things that are unimaginable. Things you would never in a million years believe that Raila would defend. He's right there defending them. He joined the oppressors and he is right there enjoying everything. I don't know what advised his move, but it makes me question everything. Whether it was ever the love for the country, or it was always about the positions and leadership and being able to eat, Or could it be Raila Odinga got tired of fighting for the country and decided, now that you cannot vote me in, I can as well eat like anybody else. And then he decides to join the oppressors and to dine with them and to defend them. I can't believe Raila Odinga saying that, he supports this government for another one term. I don't get it. Because this is the exact opposite of who Raila is and what he does as a person. Probably he got it. So what do we do with this? Do we now lose all the respect we had for him and hate him? Personally, I don't think I can ever lose all the respect. Waswahili husema mgala muue na haki umpe. I think he deserves some respect because of the things he has done. Actually, even the things the person in power was enjoying, the things he is trying to claw back on, when he was fighting to become president. The democracy he was enjoying was because of Raila Odinga, people like Raila Odinga. Now he's trying to claw that freedom back. And it is sad. And Raila is just there watching. I will not lose my respect for him, but it leaves me with lots of questions. And it leaves me with wondering who else we can trust, who else can be trusted. If somebody like that has suffered so much for what we thought was the country could go down so low, I don't know. I don't know who we can trust. I should not be surprised because he is human. But I think it's rather unfortunate. But he earns my respect. He did something. Though there is clawback to what he did, I think we have something still, and I think it will stay because God will protect us and Kenyans will fight for it.